What did you think of Montreal?
Well, I've been here before because I used to do Stars on Ice Canada. So I would come through all the time, and I toured all of Canada. So I feel like I kind of know it.
What did you make of the reception that these World Championships got here? Because at the outset we thought, I don't know, but it's been great.
It's been wonderful. The arena has been packed. The crowd has been so loud. I've been loving it. It feels like back in the day, skating in the 90s, where skating was just at the height of its popularity, and we filled out all these arenas. So it's wonderful to be part of it, to see the skating live, and then just have the atmosphere as well.
I'm glad you brought that up, like it was in the 90s, because I sometimes feel, and I don't know if you feel the same way, are we going through a little bit of a lull in figure skating in North America? It's very popular in Japan. And in certainly in parts of Europe, obviously in Russia. Are we going through a little bit of a lull? And maybe, is this a bit of a kick for us here?
I definitely think we are. And I think we've been in this lull for many years. But I do think that figure skating is cyclical, and you look back at the history of figure skating, and it's had its ups, its downs. And I truly hope that it starts to peak again, because there are so many incredible athletes out there right now. The sport is evolving in a beautiful way. And I think for me and for my partner in crime, Johnny, that's what we really aim to do in our broadcast, is just bring people into the sport again, remind everyone what's so amazing about it, the artistry, the technical brilliance that we get to see, and how these athletes are combining that. And I may be biased, but figure skating's the best. So I'm ready for it to peak again.
You know, to pick up on that, figure skating's the best. Canadians have a passion for it, so do Americans.
Definitely Canadians. I feel like hockey, skating, Canada has ice everywhere.
It's part of our DNA, right? It's big. But you know what? For young women, there are so many more possibilities in sport these days. Team sport, whether it's soccer, whether it's ice hockey, whether it's basketball, that they can pursue on a professional basis. But you would contend, I'm sure, that this sport, figure skating, still offers a great deal to young women. What is it that it offers?
It offers so much. I mean, I remember when I was a little girl watching the Olympics, watching Kristi Yamaguchi and Oksana Bayul, and just marveling at, you know what, to answer that question accurately, I think it's not even that the sport is amazing, but for young girls and women, or anyone, young boys watching, you can really express yourself in such a unique way in the sport, where you do have two scores. You have the artistic score, where it's like you're watching ballet on ice, but at the same time, these are gritty competitors. You can be a tough competitor out there. You can show what you can do technically. You have all these jumps, these triples, these quads. You can push yourself to the max. And I think as a young skater, looking back, that's what I loved. I loved the technical side of the sport. I loved jumping. I loved spinning. I loved the wind in my face when I was skating. But then as I got older, I really loved that I was able to tap into the artistic side of the sport. And I'm not sure, again, maybe biased, but I'm not sure of many sports that offer this, that it offers it all.
One thing that I've always admired about figure skaters and the sport is, unlike a team sport like hockey, there's nowhere to hide. You can't take a shift for 45 seconds and somebody else comes on and takes your place. This time you're on the ice on your own, or with your dance partner or pairs partner. Every mistake is evident. Every success is evident. You're on your own. There's a certain independence to that, isn't there?
There is, and what I love about this sport, and I think probably many people from the outside, you know, the football fans, the basketball fans, may not realize how tough these athletes are. You have 4 minutes, 6 minutes total in your entire event, and it will make or break your career. You step on the ice at the Olympics, you're sitting in first or second in the short program, and you know that every door, every possibility could be open for you, and you just can't make one mistake. You can't slip once. You don't get another game. You can't do it next week. It's all on the line. So these athletes, these skaters, are mentally tough. And I always say that, especially in the women's event. You see these beautiful sparkly outfits and dresses, but underneath those outfits are steely competitors.
Terry, you won your world championship as a 14-year-old in Lausanne in 1997. Diana Stellato-Dudek has won a world championship as a 40-year-old. What's that say about possibilities in this sport for women?
It says everything, and it has been one of the highlights, I'm sure, for everyone in this arena and around the world watching figure skating this week. To see her accomplish what she did at 40 years old, to know that she was skating when I was skating, I was 15 years old. She takes 16 years off, comes back, joins skating again, and it's a different discipline. She's now a pair skater, and she went and won the world championships. It is absolutely inspiring in every way, and age isn't, it is just a number, because when you're watching her, you're not thinking about her age, but what's inspiring about it is realizing, and she said it in the press conference afterwards, that I hope people, I can't remember her exact words, but I hope people continue till they feel that they've accomplished their dream, and that's what it's all about. And I'm sure there's so many people in this sport that will find an inspiration from that performance and continue to train and continue to reach for their dreams. And I think that it's just so special. It gave me chills. It was, again, the highlight of the World Championships.
Boston, next year. The revival continues in North America, in the United States. Do you have great expectations for that? Are we going to be on a bit of a roll for figure skating in our part of the world?
I really hope so. And I feel like we feel that momentum moving now here at the World Championships in Montreal, just seeing the crowd and how invested everyone is. And I think you can also feel the buzz of the Olympics coming. Even though it's 2 years away, it's gonna be here before we know it. And Boston next year is the Worlds before the Olympics, which sets the tone for the Olympic Games. And all of these athletes know that. So I think the competition is going to strengthen. And I think hopefully the fans are going to become really invested and excited to see who do we need to watch out for in Milan.
It was so great to meet you in '98 when you won that gold medal at the Olympic Games. And it's nice to see you again. Thanks so much.
Thank you.